Hi, my name is Shannon DePato. I am the pediatric health educator here with the Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital with the Pediatric Trauma Injury Prevention Program. Today we're going to be talking about car seat safety and proper installation in your vehicle. It's important to remember that this proper installation could someday save your child's life in the event of a crash. First of all, we're going to focus on the infant seat, which is the seat that you will be using to bring your baby home from the hospital. When installing a seat, there are two different ways to install properly. You can either use the lower anchor system, which is at the bite of your vehicle seat here, or you can also use the seat belt. You never want to use both of them together. It's either one or the other. Let's start by showing you the lower anchors. The lower anchors are attached to the car seat, as you can see here, and this will attach to the anchor in your vehicle. Once we have them attached, we need to make sure this seat doesn't move any more than an inch side to side. So we're going to pull the adjuster strap to make it nice and snug by pushing at the same time. This will allow the seat to be nice and snug and not move any more than an inch. If your vehicle does not have the lower anchor system, you will then use the seat belt. The seat belt and the lower anchor system are never used together. You will either use one or the other. If you are using the seat belt, the best way to do this is to pull the seat belt out as much as you need, feed the seat belt through what we call the belt path of the infant carrier base, and buckle in. Once you have that seat belt buckled in and laying nice and flat, you will then pull your seat belt out the whole way to lock it within the vehicle. After you've done that, you want to let the slat go back into the vehicle and then pull and push at the same time to achieve that tightness and less of an inch of movement. You will then check your seat at where the seat belt's going through the car seat to make sure it's nice and snug. Once the car seat has been installed in your vehicle properly and is nice and snug, you will then place the actual carrier in the base, making sure that you hear a click to know that it is attached to the base. Once we have it attached to the base, we will make sure that the baby is nice and snug in the actual car seat itself. Now that we have the car seat installed properly in the vehicle, it's important now that we place baby safely in the seat. Baby will be placed in the seat with the bum pushed all the way back. Harnesses will now come over top of baby to make sure they are either at or below the baby's shoulders. Once we have the baby in, we are going to clip together the harness clip as well as the clip in between the baby's legs, making sure that we hear clicks on each one of those clips. Now that we have the harnesses together, we need to make sure they're very snug. If you can pinch the harness straps together like so, they are too loose. So it's important to make sure that you pull the harness strap adjuster on this particular seat to make sure harnesses are very snug on the baby and there's no room for movement. Once you have them nice and snug, the harness clip, one buckled, will need to sit right at the armpit levels going across their chest bone or nipple line of the baby to provide extra support. You don't want it down too low on the belly where there's soft tissue and could cause internal damage in the event of a crash. Sitting at that armpit level is very important with these harnesses nice and snug. The baby then will be buckled in between their legs to keep their position safe and not have them slide down into the car seat. For more information or to schedule a car seat appointment, please contact the Pediatric Trauma Injury Prevention Program at 717-531-SAFE or visit us at our website at www.pennstatehershey.org/injury prevention.